What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's YouTube video. Before we dive into the video, I want to share with you my goal this year to hit 10,000 subscribers. So if you find today's video useful, you can help me out by just hitting that red subscribe button to get us one step closer to the goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers. I can't do it without you guys, so I'm trying to put out as much great content as I can each week for you in exchange for getting you to subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, help us reach our goal, and now let's go ahead and dive into today's video. In this video, I'm excited to share with you the important tips that you need to know to writing great Pinterest pin descriptions that will help your pins get distributed onto Pinterest to get in front of the right audience and get lots of clicks and views. So the Pinterest pin description is limited to just 500 characters, but that's still a lot of text that you can fit in to describe what your pin is about. Now, Pinterest pin descriptions are going to display differently depending on which platform users are on. So understanding this can also help you when you're writing your pin descriptions. So starting out on desktop, the pin description is going to show up on the right side of the pop-up box. So there's going to be the pin image itself on the left, the pin description and pin title are going to show up on the right. Now on mobile, it's a little different. The image is going to show up first, and then the pin description is going to be underneath the image as somebody is, looking through their phone, scrolling down the page to look at the pin description. And one other thing to clear up is sometimes when you notice you click on different pins and there's no pin description displaying, Pinterest says, don't worry, the pin description is still there doing work for you behind the scenes. It's still getting you distributed to the right audience, and it's analyzing the keywords that you were using in your description. So even if you don't see it sometimes, that's just a result of the format and how Pinterest is trying to display the pin, depending on if you're on mobile, desktop. So it's weird how it happens sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, but don't worry. Your description is there. If you know you typed one and you saved it with one, it's still there. It's just, Pinterest is doing whatever they're doing to try to display the pin a certain way. All right, let's talk about some of the important reasons why having a pin description can help boost your email subscribers and your sales. So Pinterest did a recent study, and they noticed that brands that use their business name in the first sentence of the pin description saw a 54% increase in email signups. Additionally, if you use a call to action in your pin description, this Pinterest study saw that there was a 74% increase in email signups. Now, this call to action also helped boost sales by 6%, but what really boosted sales was actually adding the price into the pin description. This saw a 28% increase in sales when you have the price listed in your pin description. All right, one thing to note about pin descriptions, again, why they're super important, they absolutely matter to Pinterest for distribution. So Pinterest has this algorithm, and part of the algorithm that it chooses what pins to display to users bases off of the pin description, the pin title, as well as the board description and the board title that you're pinning these pins to. So your pin description makes up a huge, important ranking factor in helping your pin get distributed to the right audience. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of the examples of how to write a great pin description. So starting off, let's talk about where you're going to find the box for adding a pin description. Well, on Pinterest, it's going to be to the right of your pin image when you're uploading on desktop. If you're using Tailwind, then you're going to find the pin description box underneath the image. So Tailwind is a great tool you can use to schedule out tons of pins in bulk and have them get set up on a schedule where they get pinned out at certain times throughout certain days. So it's like pinning on autopilot, and it saves you a lot of hard work and time just doing this bulk upload tool and using Tailwind to help manage all the different pins that you want to get out to different boards on your Pinterest profile. So if you want to learn more about Tailwind, I'm going to link to it either below this video or somewhere nearby this video. So find that link, check out Tailwind, see if it can help you and your business managing, scheduling pins and organizing your content. All right, so here are the 5 tips of what makes up a great pin description. Number 1, we need to use relevant keywords. So for example, if I was in the fitness space and I was writing a pin about a workout tips or workout programs or a workout routine, I would want to think up what relevant keywords would apply to this particular pin. So let's just say, for example, I was talking about a bicep workout routine. Well, then I would want to use the words bicep workout routine in my pin description. I also might talk about some specific other keywords that relate to the biceps, such as bicep curls, how to increase the size of your biceps. So think of these different relevant phrases and keywords we can include in our pin description. Now, when we're adding this pin description, we want to make it natural. So we want to write natural sentences. We don't just want to keyword stuff and just write biceps bicep workouts, bicep curls. Instead, we want to form actual sentences like, here are the best tips for building your size of your biceps using these different bicep curl routines and bicep workouts. So just think of how to, word things in a natural sentence, somewhat similar to that. Now again, as we learned from this Pinterest study, if we use the brand name near the first sentence of the description, so here are several tips today on how to increase the size of your biceps coming from, Nick's Fitness Academy. So sticking in your brand name in that first sentence, that can help you gain credibility in your post so that people are more likely to click through to it to get to your website, and this can increase your email signups and your product sales. And then in these Pinterest descriptions, we also want to end off or include somewhere in the description with a call to action. So saying something like, check out my free bicep workout routine worksheet, or, download my free bicep workout routine video. So have a call to action so they have a next step that they can take once they get done reading the description and clicking on your pin. And then lastly, tip number 5, add as many enticing details as you can in your pin description. You get 500 characters, so that's enough to write a decent paragraph. So don't skim out and just write 1 or 2 sentences. Try to fill up the pin description with as many important details as possible. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to my computer screen and just write out an example pin description for you today that utilizes all 5 of these tips. And if you want to learn how to do keyword research to find relevant keywords to include in your Pinterest pin descriptions, I've got a separate video that I will link to below or near this video that you can check out that's going to walk you step by step how to do keyword research for Pinterest. All right, so here I am on my Pinterest profile, Golf Practice Guides. I'm going to scroll down here. I just uploaded a pin actually earlier last night. It's already gotten 2,000 impressions, and it's a brand new pin I just uploaded last night. So let's go ahead and click into it. We can see here was the pin description that I wrote out. So it says, this blog post from golfpracticeguides.com shares our best golf putting tips to help make more putts on the golf course this season. Try these tips and golf practice drills and you should see improvement. Click to get started reading this blog article. So we started off putting our brand name in the opening sentence to give it some credibility that it's coming from a reputable website. We also used some different keywords throughout the description like best golf putting tips, make more putts, golf course, golf practice drills. So these different keywords relate to the topic of putting that we're covering. We also gave a call to action at the end here. Click to get started reading this blog article. And then I utilized a decent amount of characters. I could have probably done better and made it a longer description, but I wanted to just make it kind of, concise to what I needed to get out about this particular pin. However, I do get 500 characters, so I could have kept going, and I could have kept sprinkling in more keywords probably related to putting and to golf. All right, since you made it all the way through today's YouTube video, I want to share with you an important resource I put together regarding Pinterest. So it's called Pinterest for Business. It's updated every month, so there's going to be new content coming into this resource library. You can scroll down the page here and you can read through all the sales copy, but I'm not really a salesman. All I care about doing is putting out the best videos that I can put out for you so you can help teach yourself how to use Pinterest using these training videos. So you're going to get a lot of cool worksheets, different checklists that I start you off with, and a free month of Tailwind. We're also going to go into a lot of the beginner steps starting out, but we're going to get more advanced as well, like how to use your business account to sell things on, Etsy or your website, or build an email list. I'm going to go over the Pinterest algorithm, how it works, so you can learn how to get more pins to stand out on Pinterest so that you can get more clicks to your website, to your blog, to your products. We're going to talk about the secrets to creating viral content on Pinterest. I've got a viral pin checklist you can check out here as well. And then we're going to get into the automation aspect so you can set up scheduling pins with Tailwind to save yourself a ton of time, as well as how to, manually pin still to get some benefit from manual pinning. So overall, there's all kinds of modules here inside of this course that you can use to better your Pinterest knowledge and, help your business out and get better at marketing on Pinterest. So again, we're adding videos every single month. So this library of videos is only going to get bigger and bigger. And the price is going to go up with time as well because, the more content we fill it up with, the more we're going to need to start charging. And so with that being said, go ahead and get the early bird pricing today. You can check out the link below in this YouTube video, or you can go to asknickfoy.teachable.com and just look for this Pinterest for Business course. I also have some other courses, so try to scroll through them and find the one for Pinterest.